What's up, everyone? It's Ruby here, bringing you guys another video, and this one's gonna be a long one. This one is going to be long, man. Okay, so we are going to start down the Mr. Beast drama rabbit hole. Now, some of this I've already seen, and some of this I just want to kind of add to the conversation and kind of talk about. And some of this is just I have not seen, at least not in its entirety, and I want to just add my thoughts to it. So I figured the way that we would start is watching this video from, or stream I should say, from Adam Mcintyre, who basically did an exclusive interview live stream with Rosanna Pansino, who, for those who don't know, is a pretty big YouTuber, has been for a while. She's usually known for cooking. But the biggest thing is that she was involved in basically the demolition of Mr. Beast. Let me see how I want to do this. Let me go over here. I guess it could be on Adam's side. Yeah. You could kind of maybe put it here. I don't want to, I want to still be in like a good portion of it. Let me see. Maybe I make myself bigger. Okay, maybe that's too big. Okay. So, we're going to watch this. I really, really want to watch this. I haven't. I know sort of the coverage that Rosanna has given of this whole Mr. Beast situation. She's the one who was like talking about the hide and seek thing. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but basically the YouTube creator like hide and seek was apparently rigged, not honest on its results, and people made a big deal about it. Rosanna was the one who that happened to, and people didn't really love her opinions coming out of the gate because it seemed like she might have been a little bit bitter or jealous or something. But we're gonna take a look at this because I think that the opinions about Mr. Beast and in general about the whole situation is really changing. And you know what, let's delve into this. It's an hour long. I'm gonna get it started because holy shit.
Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Okay.
It feels so weird to do that intro whenever someone is watching you. I think that is the first time I've ever done that, my god. But anyways, obviously today is a little bit different. I am joined by the one and only Rosanna Pansino, and I'm very excited for this, and I kind of want to briefly say what is going to happen. So obviously, there is...
Wait, I should probably test the audio. I don't know. Wait, hang on. Is this audio working?
Mucker lore. And Rosanna is definitely part of the
this
Mucker
is
lore.
like
and there's a lot...
loud. Sorry.
The bottom of today, and we're going to get to all of it.
Test. Okay. Okay. There we go. Sorry, I sometimes forget about the volume, like the levels that need to... Okay, I think that's too loud. I think that should be okay. Okay. And I'll just push the mic back a little bit. So, there we go. Alright, there we go. I think this should be good.
Doing this, I was talking
Alright,
to you
there we go.
before, but I just adore
Alright, let's see.
and I can't believe we didn't get to do this sooner. But I feel like now is kind of like the perfect time anyway.
Actually, I'm gonna put the mic
yeah,
over here.
Stuff before I was joking about my bad timing. Like I feel like I was reaching out because I literally wanted to give you a hug and comfort because it was just such a hard time, and I heard everything that happened.
Yeah, so for those of you who are unaware of the lore, Adam Mcintyre is one of the people that one of the people who Colleen Ballinger actually victimized, and he talked about his experience and how that went down. Basically, he's a victim of grooming. Yeah. Maybe I'll actually check that out as well, because I kind of want to. There's a whole rabbit hole I want to delve down to, since I've been off the internet for 5 months. There's there's a lot. There's a lot to cover. Oh my god, there's so much. But just in general, things that I just haven't given my opinion on. I want to give my opinion on a lot of different things, and honestly, diving down the Adam McIntyre rabbit hole might be the way to do it, because he knows everything that is going on the internet. Oh my god. It's a whole thing, man.
It was just such a hard time, and I feel like then I reached out and it wasn't right timing, and I was just like, he doesn't know it, but we're gonna be friends. He has no clue, but we're in the future.
Don't ask for the plugin. Look it up yourself.
It will get there.
I did want to say, I mean, it's kind of a good place to start.
I don't
because
snitch on
that
plugins.
There's so much mucker lore here. I think that I appreciate you saying that, but I think a lot of that came down to the fact as well that I just am so guarded and protective when it comes to relationships now, but specifically whenever it has to do with creators, and I really didn't have.
I am so, oh my god, I am so like that. I hate relationships. Not that I hate relationships. I am not going to be the instigator of a relationship, because I have too much bad experiences with relationships. Not like romantic relationships, but like just in general. Like, I don't need to give you my life story, but I generally have a hard time making like true friends. Like making that stuff. Like, I get along with people, I vibe with people, but getting to that friendship level and maintaining it, that's another question entirely.
Me trying to shut something down before it, and obviously I cannot continuously.
What's this apologizing without being asked to apologize? Who does that anymore?
Just kidding. Because I kind of want to get a little bit structured, but whenever it came to the Mr. Beast situation, that I want to hear about whenever you were doing the Beast Games competition, my coverage of that was piss poor. And I made a video, I think a couple days ago.
What's this accountability?
It's embarrassing.
Accountability? Is that still a thing? People do that? I'm sorry. This is only to make it a little bit faster. I know it's already pretty quick, but this is because it's so long.
It's a story that I need to know more about, and that's why I really want to do this, because I want to hear the lore on your behalf, and the fact that it took me seeing everything happening now with the Beast Games and the employees speaking out and people doing it anonymously and publicly, like, you were really one of the first people that really took that leap to talk about him, which has had this huge knock-on effect of other people then being able to be like, okay, I'm not the first one throwing the rock or whatever like that, and the impact of it, it shouldn't matter. And I remember, I want to kick myself now whenever I think about it, but there would be so many times where I would be saying things like, what's the intentions behind it? And I'm like, who the hell am I that, like, I spoke out about things, and if someone had ever goddamn said that to me, or when they did, I was like, who do you think you are? So the fact that I ever said that, I really truly hope you know I apologize for it, and it shouldn't have even me saying now, like, I see the knock-on effect and that's great. It shouldn't have even had to have had a knock-on effect for me to, like, not want to dive into that fully. And I know I covered it, but I didn't cover it well, and I covered it very piss poor, and that's kind of, I want to hear in detail about that.
Well, how does that song go? How does she say it? And I took accountability. Sorry. I'm just thinking of the Colleen song that she made, the apology song, the not apology song. What was that? What was the beginning of that song though? And I took accountability. Maybe I like made some mistake. I think it's I made some mistakes and took accountability. I think that's what it is. So stupid. We're gonna learn. We're gonna learn because I think we actually will like react to that apology video.
With people just being able to feel comfortable enough, and it's also like we're still seeing people not want to speak up fully or anonymously, and that's something to note as well. That like you went through all that speaking out, and there's still people that feel that not wanting to speak out. So even if you had
it's a daunting thing to speak out, especially against essentially a corporation, because just because there's nothing happening doesn't mean there won't be, right? You don't know what Mr. Beast or Jimmy or anyone is planning behind the scenes. I mean, he sent a cease and desist letter to a guy talking about him. Imagine all these other employees who have signed NDAs contracts that are essentially being whistleblowers. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how much is covered and how much is not. I mean, I know you can't NDA illegal activity, but oftentimes they stronghold that, and you have to prove that they broke the law, and they have to prove all these things that are very difficult to prove when you have really big lawyers to go up against. So I don't know what is going to happen. I imagine a lot of the employees may sue Mr. Beast and his corporation, but it might backfire in the sense that they breached the contract, right? They breached the NDA. They're talking about a lot of things that technically go against the contract. You know, Dogpack, whatever is, you know, Dogpack signed NDAs as well, and he got a cease and desist letter. So who knows? I mean, we don't really know what's going to unfold in these next few months or year even. And there's certain, I mean, we're within the statute of limitations, so there are things that could go down. I mean, we're not even close to the end of it. Mr. Beast has yet to respond. I know he's waiting for the third video to drop, which I think will be soon. That's why I want to react to all of this and kind of catch up, so I can react to it with you guys, because I am invested. I'm invested now.
It would have been a completely different landscape. So I really hope you truly know that I mean that, and I do think that I have a responsibility to cover things fairly, and I don't think I covered that fairly. I think I wrote it off too early. I think that was a complete mistake.
He took accountability.
I fully accept that. I think that really genuine apologies are so rare these days.
I made some mistakes and I took some accountability. I don't know how that. Sorry.
Myself in other people's shoes, you know, when something is happening. And I know for you, like, you had just gone through this terrible experience with a large YouTube creator who didn't treat you well and was inappropriate with you. And so then you're going through that, and then when I reach out to connect, you know, and then I understand that you would have a guard up, and it would almost be like a whoa, you know, kind of a feeling. And I apologize for bad timing. I didn't know when the best time would be to reach out, and I just kind of went for it. That's kind of how I do things sometimes. I don't think it through, and but I just wanted you to,
I mean, you never know.
Understand.
You never know.
I think it's really big of you.
It takes a lot of. Oh my god, we're only at 6 minutes. It takes a lot of courage to approach someone that you don't know, because you really don't know the response. But if you don't take that shot, you're never gonna know.
I think it's
So
super mature of you, and it's awesome.
I think we're gonna go 2 times speed because we're only at 6 minutes, and this is a long video. Hopefully you guys can keep up. I can keep up. I don't know if you guys can.
And so I felt connected to you that way. I know that sounds silly, but I knew that eventually when we would get to hang out or talk, I was like, we're gonna vibe. I already know. So let's move forward. We'll just know more of that. We don't need it.
I think that's actually something that has been on my mind, which is you have been a creator, like one of the most well-established creators, like in YouTube. I mean, it was like 2010 or something. I was reading was like when you were first uploading.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is,
Like Shane Dawson era.
Like the YouTube climate changed so much, and like it kind of stemmed from that point where you were like bad timing on reaching out.
Smosh era.
At a certain time on YouTube, there never would have been a bad time for reaching out. I think we're in a more like conscious, kind of like guarded.
Yeah, YouTube used to be more personable, like more
Yeah, when I first started YouTube, it was so open.
like a big bubble.
Call each other. We all knew each other. We were at each other's
Yeah,
houses all
it was
the time. I've been to so
that
many
huge
places.
collab culture was interesting. Like you would have YouTubers hanging out with each other. I'm trying not to pause. I know I'm talking over Rosanna, but I'm trying not to pause because. Anyways,
It's something that I really like to bring back because I really am.
I think it'd be nice.
Like my neighbors, I invite them over.
It'd be nice.
And people tell me in LA, people don't do that, but I don't care. When I move,
It doesn't have to be LA either. If you know YouTubers within your area, you could just like hang out.
But I really like building that community because it feels kind of old school YouTube, and I think there were some problematic things with old school YouTubers, but I think one of the beautiful things.
Oh yeah,
the sense of
for
community.
sure.
That's something that I love, and I miss it. and I
You're
love it,
still
and
hearing
that's
about them.
something that has kind of changed as time has gone on. And
We're still hearing about those problems.
I knew him Al. He was like 10 lines of code. He was just a little baby algorithm. And so when people would find
Call him Al.
found it naturally. Like more grassroots.
Yeah.
Your popularity was chosen by the people, not the algorithm. There wasn't metrics that you had to hit this certain thing before your video would go in the algorithm. It was just if you were doing something cool and people could relate to it, they find it.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot easier to find things when there was no algorithm. I mean, not
How many lines of code does Al have now?
what it is now.
Billions? I mean, he's probably got billions of lines. Al is
I mean, now Al is AI, so it's even bigger.
This is like Edward Cullen or whatever he's doing.
It's like
it's ancient now.
the best analogy I think is if you ever seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the mayor. He starts out like really skinny, and it gets fatter and fatter and fatter as the movie goes on. Yeah, that's Al. I'm gonna try not to pause it. I can't pause it. I'll just speak over them. It's fine.
Cozy. Like it doesn't feel as. I like seeing my friends and stuff there, but it doesn't feel as connected. It doesn't feel as human. It feels like it kind of lost that aspect, and it's become just numbers driven, and that's a part of business numbers, but it's also about people, so it's a balance, and I think that balance totally shifted.
So how do you feel making content, right? Because again, from everything that you just said, right, like the algorithm and even just like the sense of community is such a good point because I remember whenever it was like VidCon was like the main thing, and by the way, I'm coming at this from like a fan perspective. Like I know it's right, but like I have been a fan of YouTube longer than I've been doing it, so I
Same.
Have that perspective. I remember dreaming of the VidCons and stuff. I remember I went to my first one in 2022, and it was the first year of like.
I remember I really
like it was
always wanted to go to like a creator convention. I haven't gone. I mean, I went to PAX. That was my first convention, but I still want to. I just don't know if now is the right time because it seems like everyone's in their own bubble. And I honestly don't know if I could really connect in those spaces. I feel like I would just huddle in a corner. PAX was fun though. I don't know. I think there's always has to be something to do.
To be fair, there was so much happening on the platform that if this had not been normalized, the top creators would have been people that were predators or
Oh, for sure. I mean, look at like the top like 20 YouTubers outside of like musicians. And how many of them were accused of grooming behaviors? A lot of them. I mean, sorry, it's not funny, but still. Yeah. Yeah. It used to be the main advice. It doesn't work. Yeah.
It's almost like you have to redirect focus.
You have to make content for the algorithm.
It's just more number based now. Where I feel like you can still make content you're passionate about, just the way you do it and the way you edit it has to be a lot different. It almost needs a totally different format to perform well.
Yeah.
And even with that, I have limits because I'm old school, so I like videos that
I mean, I will say. I will say, I think that there is people who are craving for that old experience back again. I am. I am one of those people. But I feel like there are still people who are looking for that, like, not the TikTok vibe, but like the chill, personable, like real person. Like, I feel like there's still people interested in finding those people. It's just so hard to find them because they're buried underneath all the trash in the way.
And I can't imagine what kids feel like watching those kind of things. Like, it just seems
I can't watch those.
Than cartoons. Like, when I watch cartoons with my little nephews, it seems like YouTube videos are more spastic, almost like those ones.
Yeah.
That way, but I don't know. So I'm trying to find a new balance of making content I really like, and then finding a new kind of editing style and stuff that fits.
I should check on. I should check up on Rosanna. I haven't watched her channel in a long time. And even in the old days, I wasn't really a big watcher of her. There were other people that I subscribed to. It's actually one thing that I want to talk about too, is talking about the YouTubers that I used to watch that I kind of forgot about or like kind of fell off the face of the earth. I think it would be interesting to delve into kind of like the YouTubers that I used to watch as an 11-year-old and where they are now. I think that'd be interesting. I'll have to do some research though.
And the reason they rebranded is because like the audience don't care anymore. And you're really with I just seen one of the only YouTubers I was able to find who is a well-established YouTuber from back in the day, making not the exact same content, but like there's you know
similar
a bit of what you're gonna get, and people are still dying for
yeah.
it. I think that there's something really interesting about like your dynamic.
There's still people interested in finding the normal shit.
It always has to be your approach, but one thing this is a great segue. I know you commented about podcasts. So what's happening there? Because everyone loves podcasts. So like what genuinely is happening in South Africa?
Podcasts are the shit right now. I'm watching Drama Queen's podcast. I'm a huge One Tree Hill fan.
Why don't you have a podcast? I want to hear every single story that you've got in your diary. I want it all.
I highly recommend it. If you like OTH, listen to or watch One Tree Hill podcast on YouTube now. They have a YouTube channel now, and it's really good.
Like, it felt really good that people like me for me, and not just something that I can make. So that felt really nice, and so I thought about it, and I talked to my team, and I said, okay, well, let's look into this, let's do this. And so I put together kind of an idea, and I handed it in to my agents, and we got 6 offers to do the show.
Nice.
So I picked one, and it's probably going to start really soon, and I can't wait.
Nice.
It's going to be silly and fun, and also very, it's going to be ridiculous. Yeah, so I'm just going to be, I was joking that now
I've always thought about, like, reacting to, like, podcast episodes, but I just don't know. I don't know how chill people are about doing that. Like, I am not opposed to reacting to long content. I think it'd be nice and interesting and different. The only thing is that I just don't. I think I would do it this way, where it's like 2 times speed. Maybe I would break it up. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Adam. We want this shit. We want people to be normal. We want people to do what they want to do, not this. Here's the curse. Here's the real curse, okay? Everyone is doing what the algorithm wants them to. But if they keep doing what the algorithm wants them to, then the algorithm will never change. And the algorithm will only learn that this is what people want. The only way the algorithm changes is if somebody goes against the grain and somebody takes that step and somebody is like, you know what, let me do my own thing. And so now you have something new to feed to the algorithm, and now Al can have a little, it's like this. Al is currently only eating junk food. It only knows McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King. It doesn't know anything else. If you start feeding it sushi, if you start feeding it, like, I don't know, nice food, like a filet mignon, Al's probably going to start craving that too. I feel like everyone is giving it the junk food, and so Al is just junk.
You're talking about this just is exactly what, again, I am a fan of YouTube before I am a YouTuber. It's exactly what a fan wants to hear. It is just, it's really
Yes.
And by the way,
Yes.
you like insane lore, don't you? Because I looked up your Wikipedia.
What is it? What is the lore? I need to know.
No, it's just like the amount
Lore?
of shit that you have. So obviously, I'm not even gonna work right now, but just like let me, so like my
Oh, the accolades?
so have a little refresh. Like again, YouTuber, actress, author, and singer, and 2 cookbooks. By the way, a lot of people were commenting on my video saying they want another one of the cookbooks. And also a baking line, Shorty Awards, 5 Streamy Awards for Nerdy Nummies, listed on Forbes Top Influencers Good List in 2017. And then, sorry, I don't mean to just make you sit through this, but I do need to say that this lore is impressive because you have been in Screen Queens, which I love. You were in Save the Night, which I would love to talk about. You were the host of Baitopia, and you've also released music. That is an insane amount of lore. When do you take a day off?
What is a day off
I have not been
on
sleeping
YouTube?
very well, just because I'm getting so many messages from so many people, and I'm trying my hardest to help all of them and just be there for them and listen to them and guide them in any way that they want. Like, so it's really.
You need to take a break.
Busier, and I think that's going to be.
As someone who has done that a lot in the past, there is the reality of you cannot help everyone. As much as you want to, you can't. And it's okay not to help everyone. The biggest thing for me to learn as a kid, as someone who has a lot of empathy, is the ability to say no. The ability to understand that saying no does not make you the enemy. And that everyone has their limit and everyone has... Like, I used to avidly talk to people about dark thoughts. Like, I used to be someone who thought, like, if I don't talk to this person, they are going to do something. And I'm going to have that on my conscience, on my soul. But there is a reality in which if you go down that route where you are trying to help every single person, you are going to kill yourself from the exhaustion, from the burden, from the guilt, from the things that you cannot control. And it's an unfortunate reality that at the end of the day, you cannot help everyone. Simple as that. You need to know your limit, and you need to give yourself a day off. It's like a therapist. Like, I'm sure there are many therapists that would love to have 24/7 service. But at the end of the day, they have their closing hours, and they have to take a break. Because if they don't take a break, they end up going crazy over the amount of stories that are dumped at them and they hear. And close does not mean that you are online. It means that you are offline, that you are not contactable. Like, you must be able to uphold your hours. It doesn't matter if you set hours if you never listen to them. You have to say, sorry, I'm closed. I will talk to you tomorrow. Period. End of story.
A big change for me, because usually I'm just talking about recipes all day, and now I'm trying to connect people and help them, and it's just a different kind of, it's a totally different space, but I'm happy to be there, and I really love people. Like, I just care about them, and I hate to think how they're doing. Like, kind of like how I try to put myself in other people's shoes, and when they're sharing all these stories with me, it's just heartbreaking to put yourself in their shoes and to go through that, and then they feel like they don't have anyone to talk about. A lot of people told me they're scared because, they signed an NDA. They're scared because they're scared of Mr. Beast, they're scared of his company, so that they just feel really alone, and they feel like they don't have anyone that they can talk to about it, and they know that I've spoken up about my negative experience working on his set, and so I think that they just feel like they can trust me, and so I'm learning how to navigate that. That's taken up a lot of my time recently. I'm just kind of busy. I like to always be busy, but I just tackle a few things every year, and I have those be like my big projects, and then keep moving. I'm a little busy bee. I like to, or social projects, and just keep
A
moving.
little bunny.
I don't feel fast paced, but sometimes maybe I realize maybe it is.
Yeah.
I think it's
Just
so
hop
normal
to
for
it.
so long that
Completely aside from like this in the video as well. Obviously, this is something I want to touch on. This is why I'm so glad we're doing this more conversational, because I'm able to like get things thrashed out things in my mind rather than just like a proper structure. But obviously, whenever I had spoken out about things like in the last couple of years, very similar to what you're saying, a lot of people can find comfort or even find the only person they can speak to. In
Yeah.
issues, and there will always be a lot of heaviness that comes with that. And again, completely aside from this, that was a lot for me, and I can assume that it's the very same for you. And please, while you can listen and help people and rewrite them and stuff, it's also like, I know you're aware of your own boundaries, but like for me, I had to like really pull back on it because it just can get a lot. So while it's so great that you're doing that, you know your boundaries. Again, I'm just saying this separate from the video, but like it can get a lot. So you know you better than anyone. But it can feel sometimes, for me, I don't know about you, that you kind of have to. If I'm gonna listen to one person, I've got to listen to everyone. And obviously, it's very important and very great that you are, but like it can get a lot as well. So just always take care of yourself as well.
Thank you, Adam. Yeah, I had to remind myself last week to actually go to bed for a few hours. So I definitely think that I need to start to do that, like have a stricter bedtime and stick to it, and just try to help as many people as I can during those hours. And then when it's that bedtime, go take care of myself and sleep better. And yeah, if you hear snoring, it's this dog or that dog. Just so everybody knows. So that if you hear snoring, it's not me.
They're very good.
Yeah,
I don't think you were snoring and talking at the same time. Kind of, since you brought up, we may as well get into the Mr. Beast first. Okay, so again, I've already talked about
Alright, here we go.
of it, and I kind of would love you, as much as you want, to kind of take the floor and set the scene to me and the people that are watching. I completely forgot the times that I'm uploading this online, and I did just feel like I'm having a conversation, so I just had to remind myself of that as well. For the people, I'm just kind of, even if they do know, like, touching on it now that we know these games as well. So, what exactly have you done personally, one-on-one, with Mr. Beast in terms of working projects, and then obviously the main one that you spoke out about? Like, what exactly happened there?
Adam, you mean kind of like just like a general history, just kind of like
So
what
basically,
things I've worked with Mr. Beast on?
yeah, I know that you've done that. I guess it's two questions, like things that you have done professionally and like personally, I guess, with him, and then obviously kind of the main story then.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I've known Jimmy for Mr. Beast for about 5 years, and we've worked together on multiple projects. 3 of them were online creator games, YouTube Original 1, 2, and 3, and then 2 projects were not on YouTube. It was Secret Sauce, which was basically a Facebook kind of like management company that would take your content, cut it down, repurpose it, post it, and help you monetize better. And then the other one is he was trying to build another company, like when after he launched Beast Burger, he wanted to build another company to take like dozens of creators and do the same things with their brands. So like open ghost kitchens, we were going to open about 200 bakeries and pizza parlors. And that project took about 2 years of my life with in-person meetings and development, and we did test development with professional chefs, and so I've known him for a while, and I think that just what I started to notice was a habit. Like if you have a friend and they mess up, people are perfect, people make mistakes, and I'm really big at it. So on our first project, Secret Sauce, that just went so weird. It just got really shady, it got really weird, and I just forgave him because I just thought, we're all busy, maybe this just like slipped through the cracks, or like, I didn't know what happened there. So I continued to work with him.
I've learned that you kind of have to trust your gut on some things, though.
It ends with taking money over people,
some point, you need to stop trying to
I've noticed that too with a lot of the
make
questions
excuses
is
for your
choose
friends.
humans over safety, or like money over people. It's those kind of values that I think are
Sometimes it's exactly what you think it is.
I don't know if he would be able to because it might be a part of PPS.
Not always,
So what's the exact concept of the Creator Games?
but
So Creator
sometimes.
Games was just a bunch of creators who compete, and the winner would get to give prize money to their community. So the first Creator Game seemed very innocent. It seemed no issues. It was we did Creator Games 1 and 2 online like this because it was during COVID time, so we couldn't meet in person. And it was literally Adam was rock paper scissors, shoot.
I did it.
Rock paper scissors shoot.
Damn it, you won.
Gotcha. All right. Let's do another one. Okay, that's more.
You won the money, but then if it's Mr. Beast, you're not really getting money either way.
Oh, what's that? Rock paper scissors shoot.
Damn it. Okay. Whatever. So it was online for the first two. Whatever. I'm just a sore loser. I was
Just rock paper scissors. So the first one was really silly and seemed very innocent, and I didn't see any disingenuousness in that one. It's kind of hard to cheat rock paper scissors on a live stream. It was the second one where the audience, actually fans, started pointing out they thought there was cheating, and I didn't realize that, and I didn't pay attention to that. But the audience, the internet, everyone's so smart. They're intelligent. They pick up on things. But that's where it was like a trivia where you'd ask a question against another creator, Adam, like if you and I, they'd be like, one of the questions is they said like, what's the thing right here underneath your knee? And I wrote patella. What's this? Or what's a patella? And I'm like, right on your knee. I knew because I injured mine hiking. Questions are like, what's the smallest country in the world?
I can name my ACL because that's what I injured.
I guess the D'Amelio's family were able. They all did it together, so it was 4 people on a team. So it's 4 minds getting to answer instead of 1 mind. And the audience said that they kept looking off camera for like answers, like someone was giving them answers. And that's when Mr. Beast for the first time.
Oh my gosh! I will say though, I would do that not to cheat, but when I'm thinking, I look anywhere else but forward. I will look up here. I will look on the side. I will look like I'm cheating, but I'm not.
I'm publicly said, look, it's all for charity. It's in good fun. Like, don't worry about it. Then Creator Games 3 happened, and that was the first one, YouTube original, that was in person. And so for this one, it's 2 videos. He broke it into 2 videos. The first video, we do different challenges that weed down half of us. And then the second video, there's the half of us that made it through all those challenges, and then we play hide and seek in the stadium. It sounds silly. I get it. And then the winner gets to give $1 million to your community. You can give $1 million to one person, or you can give $10,000 to a bunch of people. Like, you get to choose how to give it away, I guess. And the reason I think I was so surprised is because it wasn't like I was a random person in his videos. Like, we worked together, we've known each other for years, and I show up for people. Like, when I say I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
And it's just so weird that you give to
I
someone.
don't like half-assing either.
And he told me that all of his videos were fair, that they were honest, that they were real, they don't fake things, and that just wasn't the case. I was top 3, and he edited me out, and I'm up for over 30 hours straight to do this video for him. And other people had given up. They were getting tired. They were getting burnt out. Literally, Lorray fell asleep. Like, literally, Lorray's so tired. He's sleeping in a bush or wherever he is. I don't know what he had, like, dirt in his... People just gave up, and I didn't. And he also offered me $10,000 to come out of hiding and give up, and I refused. Because I was just getting closer and closer, and I realized, like, oh my gosh, I could actually win this. Like, I could help give back to my community in a way I've never been able to before. Like, every year I do something to give back, but this would be in a way that was just more money than I've ever been able to give. Because I've had success, but the level of success financially Mr. Beast has had is above mine. So being able to do that for them was, like, a big incentive for me, and that's why I was there. I was there for them. And I just trusted Mr. Beast. I trusted Jimmy, that his videos were real, that he doesn't lie, that he doesn't fake things, and that just wasn't the case. The video came out, and he edited Logan Paul to be 2nd place when Logan got out like 5th or 6th. He got out hours before me, and he edited it. I was the only girl left too in the final. So in that second video, there was 10 people, and out of the 10 people, there was only 3 girls. Because a lot of the challenges he even did in the first video were very athletic. Like, the first challenge was we were on the field, and he had an Olympic athlete. And the first challenge was to catch the Olympic athlete. So the Olympic athlete runs down the field, and then the first person to catch him gets to stay. So that was Logan Paul immediately, because the only other, like, kind of pro athlete-ish in that level. Like, I'm never going to catch a pro athlete. I'm this big. My stride out. It's like a little kid chasing after my It was just a lot of things it was a hot mess, too. I didn't say anything when I talked to Trish, but they lost me. Like, I got locked in a freezer.
Oh my god, what?
Like, they physically...
Hey, what?
They put the GPSs on us. It was in the first round.
Lost?
I was running around the stadium to find this, like, tank of money, and I got separated from MatPat. That's a whole story. And I got lost. And it's a huge stadium, and there's no one else there, and I got locked in a freezer because they said it could be anywhere, and they told us, like, yeah, you can look in the kitchen, you can look in the freezers, So I got in there, and it locked on me, and I couldn't get out of the freezer, and I had to, like, jam it, and I finally got out of there. And then when I found them, they were on to another challenge. They're like, we were wondering where you were.
What? How do you not have any type of, like, roll call and be like, hey, this person isn't here. Where did they go? Like, how do you not have, like, people whose job it is to find these people when they get lost? Like, if you've ever been in, like a hide and seek or, like, laser tag thing or anything where it's, like, a regulated game, there will be, like, game masters or, like, referees or, like, people that you can turn to that are not part of the competition or anything like that. But they will be scattered all over the place so that if you have a concern or a problem, you can go to them and be like, hey, I'm stuck. Can you get me out of here? Like, I don't understand how a person, how a company the size of Mr. Beast doesn't have those safety measures in place. Especially when you're inviting your friends, when you're inviting other YouTubers, especially when you have all these people always at your events. Like, there should always be, especially in that wide of an arena, like game masters just in charge of making sure everyone is still safe, that everyone is being careful, that they're not damaging anything, and that if they have questions they can turn to and be like, hey, is this okay? And they can be like, yeah or no. Like, just have like game masters. Yeah. Yeah. Like, how hard is it to be like, hey, where'd Rosanna go? I mean, I kind of get it, because it could go on for like hours and days.
I have no idea. I think that they've done that before in other videos, kind of like incentivizing, tempting people to leave, and sometimes they'll do it in production if they're trying to speed things along, like, or they're purposely trying to get people out. Like,
but they should offer it to everybody.
Incentivize people to get out early, or I just think I can't even figure out in their head what's going on. But when we had the earpieces, I didn't hear them offer 10,000 in that specific video to anyone else. And I think it would have been less weird if, because we can hear everything in our earpieces, it would have been less weird if that was offered to 10 other people, not just me. But have it being offered to just me when there's only, I think there was only 5 people left at that point, was weird. And I think another thing I want to say about it is that Jimmy did from the beginning. I mean, he let Zach King cheat, which when you're doing in broadcast on television, when you're doing
that's why you if you're doing games like that, if you're doing like all of this, you should have game masters. Like, you should have people in charge of making sure that everyone is following the rules and that everyone is like small laser tag facilities will do that. Like, paintball facilities will do that. Like, anywhere there's like competitive gaming, like with multiple, like in person, like there's always like a game master or someone who is like keeping an eye on things and making sure you're doing things okay. So weird.
It allows this illegal behavior to take place on their platform, and they aren't stopping it, even though they know in broadcast it is illegal. It bothers me, and it bothers me because I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right, and I think as a viewer they don't understand the difference. Like, I watch competition shows on TV. What's the difference between that and YouTube? And I'm like, well, the difference is that on YouTube,
the difference is that
really shady.
The difference is that TV has a lot of regulations and lawyers on set to make sure that they're complying.
You can sell that show, that YouTube original, to other traditional platforms. And I do think because these shows can enter traditional spaces, traditional broadcast spaces, and even award shows. I was on a YouTube original show, Could You Survive the Movies, made by Jake Roper. Wonderful series. They did 2 seasons, and that was submitted for the Emmys, and it won an Emmy. So I just think that if these shows are allowed in the traditional space, they should have to follow the traditional laws.
Yeah.
And also just because I believe Jimmy, he said that he doesn't fake videos, they're all real, and they're not. It's rigged. He allowed Zach King to cheat. He knew he cheated. He was told by multiple people that he cheated and he was in the ceiling, and he let it slide because Zach King is one of his bros, is one of his friends, so he allows that behavior. But if I were to do it, if I were to go in the ceiling, I would get eliminated. So I didn't have a fair shot from the beginning, nor did anyone who wasn't one of his favorite people, who he already in his mind knew were going to win. And I think when the video came out, I just felt that level of disrespect, and also embarrassed, and a little upset now. I do feel upset. I'm going to say that. And I'm upset because the reputation that I've built in entertainment, it's been slow.
It's also because, like, why? Why fake that? Like, why would you? What's the point of that?
For the rest of my life. I know that it's on YouTube right now, but it's illegal in broadcast to do that.
I find it funny that recently there was like the YouTuber challenge that happened, the 1 million YouTuber challenge, and now you have like 30, 40, 50 YouTubers saying that, hey, it's so real, like this was legit, like these things could literally happen. And so now you have like, I think that was calculated, because now you have a lot of people saying, hey, Mr. Beast does not fake content, period, end of. And it's going against like what Rosanna is saying, where it's all rigged and cheaty. Like, I think Mr. Beast knew exactly what he was doing when he made that YouTuber challenge. And I mean, congratulations to Jane Animations. I know she just did a video on that. But I can't help but wonder how calculated that was in the timing of that video was. I mean, it did come after this whole stuff came out. I think Jimmy needed people to say, hey, Mr. Beast is real.
Seeing the edit, like, when it came out, and, like, seeing the position of you being like, wait, that's not what happened. Was that really your first time, like, hit the air?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know. It was just so embarrassing, and it felt so disrespectful, and especially, like you were talking about, coming from that old school YouTube, where you not only work with people, but over the years, because you've worked together for so long, you develop real relationships and friendships formed. And so then it just feels like a double slap in the face, because it's not just a quick edit, it's just a lot. It was a lot. But I also noticed that I started to notice a pattern in his behavior in business and how he treats people, and I was talking to
I think it would be different if up front, because it's not that there aren't competitions that aren't rigged, right? Like, for example, WWE. Totally rigged, totally scripted. It's all planned. But the difference between that and something like Mr. Beast is WWE makes it very obvious and honestly doesn't hide the fact that their matches are fake, that it is rigged. And they compensate that by having real stunts done by real actors. Like, they have real fights. They make it as real as possible. With Mr. Beast, he's saying, oh, everything's legitimate, everything is real, nothing is rigged, nothing is changed. And it's not true. And the problem with that is that if he had just said, hey, in the terms of service, in the terms and conditions, hey, these things, you know, it's a YouTube video, these things might be changed and altered in post, like if he was just honest about how he made things, I don't think people would really have a problem with it. But it's the fact that once you set a precedent of being authentic and real, if you're not authentic and real, once that mystery is gone, it makes it hard for people to follow your content because they know that it's rigged.
about this, that I was scared that if I didn't speak up and say something, that behavior was just going to continue and get worse. And basically my fears, I feel like, are coming true with the Beast Games. I feel like this project is a massive undertaking to do a show of that scale with that many people. And for someone like Jimmy, who does fake a lot of his videos, he isn't able to produce the same way on television. And I'm interested to see where that's going to end up. But I'm also scared for the contestants. I am genuinely afraid for them and scared for them because I've been on his set. I know how he operates. And I can tell you that I don't think that there's enough safety people on set. There's just not enough people who even are bringing enough food.
I don't understand how you have so much money and you don't spend it on, like, a safety team.
$100 million to make a TV show. That is more than enough money to make it safe. That is, so I want to know where the money goes, because I don't think it didn't go to getting union employees. He also, I was told by multiple people that he wanted to hire only non-union workers so he wouldn't have to pay benefits. Everything I'm hearing is just stuff that I've experienced.
That's so bad.
Takes in money and then we'll make stuff on the cheapest.
Why would you ever want to work for Mr.
And it's
Beast?
just not right.
I think that people, one of the most annoying things about this, obviously there's so much, but
The thing about Mr. Beast is that he's turning what was like Willy Wonka and Squid Games into a real reality. Like, we can laugh and kind of say, hey, ha ha ha, look at Willy Wonka, look at, you know, like, look at all these, like, it's so ironic that Mr. Beast did a Willy Wonka video because he now is Willy Wonka, like, making it all about himself, essentially. Or, really, it's a little closer to Squid Games than anything else. Like, he has become number one. He has become the creator of Squid Games, like the real life Squid Games. That is what we're witnessing. I mean, think about it. Think about everything that Mr. Beast has done in the past now that is coming out. Like, he literally has made Squid Games in real life. Period. And it's not like referring to the video that he made. It's like legitimately, this is what Squid Games is about.
But when people hear a number a certain size, you could say like 10 million or 100 million. At a certain stage, it's like people are like, oh, it's unattainable, and they don't think of like 100 million. But like, yes, Mr. Beast is a YouTuber, but we are talking about someone who has the budget of like mainstream media movies right now. And if this ever happened in the mainstream, the outrage would be great. It would be shut down immediately. And it's like, obviously, this pattern of...
You can not even that. Just compare it to a TV show, because that's essentially what Mr. Beast is. Mr. Beast is essentially a cable network TV channel that people can turn to and watch on a regular basis, especially the kids, unregulated. And that's what he is. He's a TV show. He is a reality TV show. That's what he is. And he should be regulated like a reality TV show is. A game show. Like, there's so many rules about game shows, man. There's so many rules about game shows. He should follow the rules that game shows have to follow. Period.
Is not stopping. It's so weird to me, the inaccuracies on like how things have been coming out. Like, oh, it was 2,000 people and it's 1,000 people, and it's like, these are like bare bones. The paperwork should have been locked in months, if not years in advance. Like, we're not talking about.
Yeah.
This is in no way taken away from like a YouTube video.
Oh, I don't know what happened, but I just thought this is exactly the problem that Tana Mojo had with TanaCon. She did not have enough time to prep her event. She had such last-minute ideas that it all went to shit. This is exactly the problem. Mr. Beast is TanaCon, but like 5 times worse.
We're not talking about YouTube anymore. We're talking about like an actual Amazon show, $100 million, and and I'm like, what needs to happen for this to be properly addressed? Someone could die. Like, is that genuinely what we're talking about right now? Because it's like, it's gonna have to be, and everyone's tip
Mr. Beast, oh my god, what have you done?
Will say that anyone who ever speaks out against people like, oh, cease and desist, lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. People also realize that, number one, when people speak out about things, for the most part, people are always telling the truth, but also, you so more than me, we are creators of a product in which we have to be careful what we say, and I think people also don't.
It also doesn't matter anymore. Like, even if Mr. Beast sues people for speaking out, the damage is done. We already know. We know. What are you gonna do? You can't take it back. And the thing about it that I really think is true is that if Mr. Beast tries to sue these employees, that these people, he tries to go after them for speaking out, for breaking their NDAs, I believe that there will be a reckoning to pay. Because if he does that, no one will want to work with him. No one will want to talk to him. No one will have respect for him. Period. Like, I know Ludwig has already said that he's not going to work with Mr. Beast, and I think a lot of YouTubers and people of that nature also feel the same way. I mean, people, he can hang out with Logan Paul in the controversy hell, but anyone else in terms of, like, Valkyrie and, like, Pokimane and those people, like, I feel like there's a lot of those people that will no longer work with Mr. Beast because of this controversy. And especially if he shuts down his employees, he is no better than any other corrupt CEO, greedy bastard.
Don't realize that, so like, it just is, well, like, for people to ever think that anyone who's speaking against Mr. Beast or these things, whatever, is just doing anything petty.
I can't believe that I realized that Mr. Beast Games is just TanaCon again. Just 5 times worse. It's more people.
I know that the final time is 10 of us, and I think we started with twice the amount.
Okay.
And we had like a bunch of challenges. And I honestly don't think that they were expecting me to win any of those challenges. It's just, I'm a good shot. I wasn't expecting that. So I don't think that I probably even fit their storyline.
Oh my god. What a crazy situation.
Do you know Ish when you were locked in the race? How many people were there?
Everyone was there. That was our second challenge, I think. So I think everyone was still there.
Okay, so say hypothetically there was 20, and this is not an accurate number because we're looking at it, say there were hypothetically 20 people there. One of the contestants, who by the way, like, I'm not saying this in any ego way because I don't think it matters about being a creator or whatever, but like, you for the most part probably would get treated better than just an average person who's doing one of his shows. And we're dealing with hypothetically 20 people and a creator, one of his friends, one of the people they would look after a lot more so you would never, be pissed at him or whatever. They lost one of the, like, you were lost and lost. Like 1,000, 2,000 people in Beast Games when they cannot even, they don't, you're locked in a fridge and they don't know there's only like 20 of you. Like,
they couldn't keep track of 20 of us. I think that there's a lot of issues going on with the show in general. I think one of the issues is that Jimmy requested and wanted full control of the show, and other networks did not agree to that. I think the only network that did agree to that was Amazon. And I think that they honestly believed him, that he had the ability to take on a show this size, because he talks a big game. But I know how he runs his videos, and they're very unsafe. And I've heard stories from ex-employees about how many injuries have happened.
I'm not surprised at all.
People getting very injured and then give him hush money to never talk about it, because he doesn't take safety seriously. He just wants the views, wants the shots, and even though he has the finances to make those shoots safer, he's just cheap and won't do it. And I think that is a terrible mindset. Who wants to work with a director like that? Who wants? Like, I don't. The best directors I've ever worked with are so smart, so like artsy. So they're great communicators.
You shouldn't have to die to make a video.
To get a broken leg. Like, they care. Like, they're not trying to shut down production. Like,
you shouldn't have to sacrifice your life for a video.
Because there's a lot going on.
Period.
To prevent these things with all these measures, but I don't think that Jimmy is doing what he should be doing. He also doesn't have any experience of making a television show this size on the scale.
Yeah, people don't realize that just because you can run a show does not mean that you can make a movie.
I've heard from contestants that there's a lot of favorites being played, and it isn't fair. And again,
Like, it's very different.
Categorized as, but if this is a contest giveaway show where people are competing for $5 million, like when I posted 2 seasons of
Sorry.
Halloween Cookie Challenge, I was a host and judge of that show, and we had 4 bakers come on, and they would compete to win $10,000, and we did this every day. And so, but for that, it's a competition giveaway show. We have to abide by the laws of broadcast, and it has to be fair. Everyone gets the same amount of time. Everyone gets the same baking equipment and stations. No one gets,
Yeah.
one person gets an oven and no one else does. Everyone has to have their own oven. It has to be all the same. So I don't know if it is a competition giveaway. I don't know if he is abiding by those rules and laws and making it fair.
He
From what I've heard
should.
From contestants, it's a no. And from my experience working on his projects, it's definitely a no. So I don't know what kind of trouble that would be for him in the future, but
we are at what stage of it now? Like, so these things, it was in Vegas, right?
Right. Yeah, it had like 2 stages, 1 leg and 2 legs. The first leg was to eliminate 2,000 contestants down to 1,000 contestants, and now the second leg, they just flew out a couple days ago to Canada, and I believe they're filming in Canada, and then they might film a little bit in Mexico, is what I've heard. But they're in Canada, and they're they just went through. This is also confusing, Adam. I'll give you a little bit of tea that I've been hearing from everybody. Contestants have told me that when they came in, they took their first ever psych evaluation, and some people took their second psych evaluation. So for the first round, some people didn't get background checks and didn't get psych evaluations because it was last minute. They couldn't get enough people to be on the show, so they did a little
Again, why wouldn't you just do this?
and they did it through the proper channels, and people got vetted. They didn't get background checks.
Then delay the show. Just delay the show. Like, delay it until the background check's clear. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Why would you do that? If that's the case, just delay the show, goddammit. Delay the show until they clear. Like, period. No one cares when it comes out.
We had 1 therapist. That's more of a normal ratio. So for 1 therapist for 2,000 people, it's just...
So the thing is as well, it's
That poor therapist, man.
have been talking about on both of our platforms, and people have been talking about it, like this is like the David Dobrik saga was terrible. Everyone talked about it. I'm with Mr. Beast.
Oh my god. Sorry. I just don't understand. When you're Mr. Beast and you have so much money, why wouldn't you just hire a team of therapists? Like, hire, like, 1,000 therapists who can talk to and do these evaluations, so you don't have to go, like, just do that. You could just do that. Just hire, like, not even 1,000. Just hire, like, 100 therapists so that they can talk to everybody. You know, have, like, group therapy sessions. I mean, okay, not like group therapy, because that would be too much. But still, like, you can get people for that. You can work with a company. You can work with, like, a office. Oh, I don't know, network. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about my dogs. Oh my god.
And then we're having people, like you said, I mean,
People will do anything for money, man. Anything. I mean anything for money. That's crazy. You can damage your whole life. Like, it can lead to actual, like, infertility. Like, people don't realize, like, UTIs and stuff like that is scary. Scary for women. Because you not only can you become infertile, but you can essentially damage yourself, even if you don't die. You can damage yourself in ways that are unrepairable and untreatable. Like, you can get infections and diseases that will never heal. Like, there are people who need, like, catheters because their bladders are just completely damaged. Like, they don't work. And this is how you end up with, like, diseases when you're, like, older. And not even that, but not even old. But, like, you can really damage yourself. There's a lot of, like, there's, like, pads and tampons that are designed so that you can, wear them for long periods of time. But you can absolutely have diseases from those long periods of times. Because think about it, you're wearing, like, a dirty rag, essentially, in your most private, intimate areas, for long periods of time with dried blood and overflowing blood. So it's like, it is not good to do that. Like, even if you have, like, 24-hour pads and tampons, you're still recommended to change them. And you are not supposed to go like the full day cycle without changing them. It's really for those who have like long work shifts, but you're still supposed to change them at the end of the day. Like you're not supposed to go 24 hours with them, or at the very least you're not supposed to like not wash yourself at least after wearing them. Like you're supposed to, if you wear those, you're supposed to wash them immediately. I mean, wash yourself. Sorry.
Touching on it now that we know these games as well. So, what exactly have you done personally, one-on-one, with Mr. Beast in terms of working projects? And then, obviously, the main one that you spoke out about. Like, what exactly happened there?
Adam, you mean kind of like just like a general history, just kind of like
So
what things I've worked with Mr. Beast on?
I know that you've done.
Wait,
I guess two questions.
what happened?
What you've done professionally and like personally, I guess, with him, and then obviously kind of the main story then.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I've known Jimmy.
Wait, why are we here?
Might be a part of who he is.
Yeah. So
Wait, what happened?
On our coverage, but I just obviously from you being in the show and it ran so terribly. And how many contestants were in the Creator Games? Like the main one in the stadium. Do you know?
So like artsy. So they're great communicators, and they don't want their lead actors to get a broken leg. Like they care. Like they're not trying to, because he doesn't take safety seriously. And stations, no one gets, it's not like one. So they did a local casting in Las Vegas to just get people really quickly, and they did go
in the show. They're reaching out to you, and they're scared, they're whatever, and it's to like death, like poison. And
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Able to change your underwear and pads and stuff like that. So we have that. And guys are that are not
They should have an OBGYN on set. They should have a doctor on set. They should really have like a team of doctors on set. OBGYNs, like people who are medical experts in these areas, giving them advice and allowing them to treat these women and like being like, hey, let's take like 5 minutes to do this so that we can make sure that she's okay.
It's pretty bad. What's going to happen in the next 1,000? Like from 2,000 to 1,000, obviously it's competitive. But 1,000 down to one person, like no idea what the things they're going to have to do are. But just if we could touch on this real quick to kind of reiterate to people again. So from the 2,000 to 1,000, from what we know now, what have they put people through from like the underwear to the food to the everything?
A lot of unorganization, not clear communication. A lot of people were confused of what's going on, what's happening next, and even the challenges were not structured for safety. Like even choosing team jerseys, they had different colors, like red team, green team, blue team. And instead of production just picking the teams and giving people their jerseys to do the challenge, they threw the jerseys in the crowds. And when you have that many people, 1,000, 2,000 people running for jerseys, it was a mosh pit. It was just a free-for-all. It's the same idea. What I've heard from the contestants is that they put a briefcase.
You literally made the Hunger Games in real life.
And they said basically go capture the briefcase, like go, or, and so it's just like encouraging a mob, like a rush, and they offhandedly go, yeah, no pushing, but people are competing for $5 million and they're not punishing any violence. They're not punishing poor behavior. So if you're like, oh, no pushing, but then you don't enforce those rules, then you're putting everybody.
People don't realize you can't just make rules. You have to actually enforce them if you want people to follow them.
By full-grown men, full body contact tackle, like we're playing football, and they're like, don't touch each other. And they're getting trampled. People had seizures. People were being taken to the hospital in stretchers. The hospital gave a statement because they're not under NDA. They said that night shift was wild. They had so many people because they film at night, and they said it was just nonstop. The ER was crazy. People were dehydrated. She said that they had lack of food. One woman I just talked to the other day, she said her stomach, she has a concussion from getting kicked in the head. And my mom's in her 70s, and I just it makes me so fed up, like with how this production is being ran and treating people, because I've seen it firsthand, but not at this scale, and I was scared it was going to get here, and now we're here, and it's with the feminine products. Like, so when they arrived, they had to give 5 days of underwear and 5 days of medication to the production.
5 days.
Jimmy's Mr. Beast's production that he chose. He's running the show. He's the boss. He picked them. This is his thing. Give them your underwear, and then because they were sleeping at the stadium, then they were supposed to give them their new underwear, change into every night, but they didn't. They lost them. They couldn't figure it out. One girl didn't have them the entire time. She started her period. Her tampons were in there. Her sanitary pads were in there.
God.
So she couldn't get them because they couldn't find them or whatever, and she was bleeding through her pants. It's just like humiliating. It's just degrading of humans, and it does not surprise me that Jimmy doesn't even think about women. It doesn't even surprise me that the thought didn't even cross his head. But that's also why you hire a professional union crew who have been doing this for years, who have standards of safety, who have standards.
Right, like somebody. Like there's teams for that. There's experts for that. Get an OBGYN on set and just have her be like, hey, can you check on these women?
And I just don't think that that's enough time to safely plan and execute all of the
I'm sure someone would love to help.
People who are working on the show, that it's just awful.
And probably would know people to come in for help on top of that. It's not like you're short of money.
Be dropped into the ocean and have to swim to an island. And I guess when they were interviewing contestants to see if they asked if they could swim and if they were comfortable swimming in open water. And a bunch of the contestants that I've been
why wouldn't you test that? Just like, why wouldn't you just have them do a short test? Like, hey, swim across this pool, this shallow end pool. Like, swim across that pool, and if you can't, I'm sorry, you cannot compete in the games. Period. Like, if you cannot swim, or you could even do like you could do like a little competition, entry competition, where people are, they prove that they can swim by swimming across the pool. Like, that's all you need to do. Like I don't understand. What is happening?
They can swim and they can't. They don't know how to swim. They just were so desperate for the money that they were like, surely they wouldn't throw us in an ocean, and surely there'd be enough safety people there if something went wrong. And I am terrified. I'm terrified that somebody is going to get really hurt. I mean, they already have seizures and concussions and evacs. I mean, it's already happening. It's just,
I think someone's gonna die.
2 points. Number one, how do you have a budget of 100 million and you're actively hiring local people, basically running after the show, and how are you able to hire allegedly an entire new crew on a $100 million, like on the spot, like we're literally in the filming process and stuff. And then also, my God, I knew that the competitions for the last season were going to be brutal. And again, it literally is just this concept of exploiting.
Oh my God.
The joke is on them. But there's a show here. I don't
It's
know
so
what they call it in
crazy.
America, but we have a show in the UK called, I don't know if you know it, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And it's a competition show. It's really good. It's a competition show where every year a bunch of celebrities will be in a camp together, and they live in a camp in Australia, and they have to do, one person gets voted to do a competition every day, and if they win, they get food, and if they don't, they don't. But in that show, which I think is popping in my head with this ocean thing, there have been similar things that I'm a Celebrity have done. However, they will explicitly say that you cannot vote for this celebrity because they're over a certain age, this one because they have a health condition, this one because of, you cannot, on a reality show of $100 million, be able to judge everyone's ability, age, everything on swim or don't die. Like, it would seem if they were just doing like mental challenges. Like, it is not fair to judge 2,000, even 10 people on the same ability. And also that concept of, well, people, have signed in a contract that they're willing to die for this. Bet my ass, you signed a lot of contracts for a lot of shows in your life, and sometimes they will say things so they can cover themselves. It isn't just a guarantee that it's going to happen. Like with Mr. Beast, if it says, you may die, like if it were to say something like that, if they were to say that on another show, it would be like worst case scenario, electrical, something.
There's also legal precedents that those waivers do not hold precedence under certain circumstances, especially those that are not foreseeable and understandable. Like, I've seen a lot of Ugo Lord videos. I'm not a lawyer, but I've seen a lot of Ugo Lord videos, and that's essentially what he says. It's like, yeah, just because you sign a waiver does not necessarily mean that waiver is null and void to anything that happens. It's like Disney. All right, Disney talking about the arbitration thing. Like, no, you cannot use that in a situation where no one would think it would apply to. Like, that's why Disney has let go of that case and have completely dropped it, and have let the man proceed with his legal battle. And I'm sure they're gonna settle out of court with a deal. But like that, like you can't do that. Like, waivers only go so far. Period. And I do believe that if somebody dies on set, that Mr. Beast is going to get sued to death. Like, he's going to get sued. No waiver is going to stop that. And why does it have to take a death for something to actually happen? For change to happen? That is the big question. Why does it take death to finally change? I feel like, and I know this is not gonna happen because it's just it can't happen. But if there's anything to boycott, it's this. Seriously, if there is a time to boycott something, it is this. Because if Mr. Beast doesn't get the views that he is expecting to get, Amazon is not gonna pick him up again. Period. Now, I know that's probably unrealistic. Most people are probably going to watch because they don't even know what's happening on the internet. But I'm just saying, if you know, don't watch it. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Seriously, don't watch it. If Mr. Beast comes back with numbers that don't make sense, that are really, really bad, there's no way in hell that Amazon is going to work with him ever again. Period. That's it. That's all you need to do. Let's see if people can do it. I'm not watching it. I'll probably watch it through other people, like, if people end up covering it. It'll be interesting how they market it. I'm sure they're going to pretend like nothing happened. Maybe they'll even use someone's death as a fucking thumbnail, or put it in the trailer. Yeah.
And on that last one, Hunger Games 3, I saw his mask lift for the first time in 5 years. And who he is on camera is not who he is off camera. And that is true with some YouTubers to a degree. Like, they have more energy on camera or, you know, a little bit more pep in their step. But with him, it is, in my opinion, two different people. And I just don't think that his viewers even know the real him. I think that a lot of them, his audience, are young males. They looked on the internal document that was leaked, and it's teenage boys. And that time is just a very, I think, a difficult time for boys because you're growing up, you're going through puberty, all these changes are happening. It's kind of a volatile time. I think people are angsty. I think it's a place in your life where you're just so impressionable. And if in your mind you think of Jimmy as this hero, this guy who does fun, cool videos, gives away Lamborghinis, and gives candy to kids, and does charity, and that's what you think of him, and that's the image that he's worked very hard to cultivate, I think it's very hard for them to hear anything negative about him. Because
Yeah.
that's my hero, I'm not ready to hear that he has a boys club.
Also, they probably haven't run into those videos.
Entire company except for his mom. That the way he runs his company is really unethical. How he
Or at least they're going to feel like, you know, Mr. Beast is doing something different. You know, he shouldn't have to follow the rules because he's doing something different that nobody else has ever done.
talking about every second about how much money he's losing if he's talking to someone who isn't making his life better because he's touting
That's
how much
so-
money he's losing by having this
So
conversation.
deranged.
That is
Yeah.
not normal. That's not healthy. That's just.
It's so weird.
I think I wish. I can't tell people what to think, but I wish that they would actually care about making a quality show, and I wish they would care about people's safety. But you can't make people do that.
Yeah.
And gosh, if you know anything in your budget and planning with $100 million, if you realize, hey, I can't make this show safely for 2,000 people.
Don't make the show.
Then you do that because that is more important than people losing their lives to make a video.
Yeah, maybe cut down the amount of
And
people.
also psychologically, I got really nervous for the contestants who were entering the second phase, where they said that they had never gotten a psych evaluation the first go around. They're just in the second go around. They're going through their first psych evaluation, and a bunch of people were actually denied and sent and not allowed to come on the show because a lot of Mr. Beast's fan base, how he runs his business, I've heard that it's very cult-like. He runs a company town in North Carolina. That's what his former employees have said. It's like a company town. People work in
Yeah, you're basically signing up for the Mormon Church.
Some of the fans who wanted to be on the show were cult followers. Like, they would die for him. They were mentally not right. They were not okay. They were in the place like, I will die for him. I'll do anything for him. And the doctor's like, this is not healthy. That's
Not normal.
Also, when you were talking about like when you develop those
See, while people like Ludwig, for example, like denounce like parasocialism, and most creators denounce parasocialism, I feel like Mr. Beast loves it. Mr. Beast wants that. Mr. Beast wants people to be so parasocial that they truly treat him like he's this idol, that he's their god or something. Like, he wants people to turn to him as the expert, as the businessman, as the person who knows everything. And he just doesn't.
parasocial relationships. Right. And
Yeah.
it's really taking advantage
Oh, yeah, definitely.
about him, and he doesn't feel that way back.
I mean, they're seen as money, and it just, again, I think that, and the idea of having to speculate about what can happen or what needs to happen is so terrifying. Again, it's like this idea of the David Dobrik thing keeps coming into my head. David Dobrik, sorry, was absolutely loved until the moment when he nearly killed his friend Jeff, doing like one of the stunts. So that's the whole thing. I do have like one final topic that I would like love to talk to you about, and it kind of incorporates what we were speaking about. You talked a lot about being on different sets and stuff. From Creator Games, which was a YouTube set, and then Escape the Night, which is also a YouTube set. I really need to know more about Escape the Night. Sorry, I had to ask this. How different was the two set experiences for you? I know you had seemingly a good time on Escape the Night, but they're both two YouTube original ones ran by YouTubers with a crew, and they also have a budget. So like, how would you compare or not?
Adam, this is a great question because I
Ooh.
actually asked this question a lot. So a lot of people who were defending Jimmy and Mr. Beast were saying, even in Creator Games 3, they were like, well, he probably didn't edit you out. You know, YouTube probably did. YouTube originals, like,
That reminds me of when Yahoo Answers was the thing. You know, Yahoo Answers. You know, there was like dumb questions and stuff like that. I remember on one of those dumb questions, it was like, how do you get YouTube to show up to your house and record and edit your videos? How do you get YouTube? They like thought like YouTube like went to every single creator's house and just like recorded and edited it for them. I wish. That would make my job a lot easier.
they finance the project. They're the money. They pay for it. They do not produce it. They aren't a partner in any way. So if
Yeah, they don't want any liability, that's why.
a production company, or if you have your own production company, you can do that.
If you don't offer opinions, you can't be liable to anything that happens. Except platforming it, of course.
Some of the footage. They said we absolutely do not have any of the footage because we gave everything. You know, Jimmy has all of that. You'll have to talk to him. They also said, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist because that's not ever a hole I want to go down, but I just found it a coincidence that after Creator Games 3 was filmed, Adam, they fired the entire YouTube original program. It's gone.
No way.
They fired
Wait, what?
it.
It's gone? Like it's not. It doesn't exist.
I thought Escape the Night didn't get another season. You mean it's all gone?
Gone.
Wow, really?
Kaput?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
They're gonna be so mad at me for saying this, but yeah, they told me that there was not one person that I could talk to because they were all fired, they were all let go, and nobody knows anything.
What the fuck?
And I've always had a really good rapport with YouTube. I've worked with them. You know, they've changed my life. I love YouTube. I've worked with my reps for forever, and like I've never gotten such a.
This is a weird way to find that out.
Communication has always been open and flowing, and they've been helpful, and they tell me everything that they can, and it's always been.
Did they ever announce that? Did they ever like make like an article on that?
They were like, nope, and the whole division was fired, and it doesn't exist anymore, and you can't talk to anyone.
We'll have to look up some things. I mean, okay, never mind, not now. Oh my god. Yeah.
And preemptively, any comments I may get about, well, he's a YouTuber. Can you talk about like the differences? Is it possible for a YouTuber to like absolutely not fuck up?
So we just hire an amazing production company that does this type of show, and they've done it for years, and they're qualified, and they know what they're doing. So
Yeah, you hire an expert.
his production team.
Most people don't do things all by themselves. They just hire people that know what they're doing.
People, versus production companies that have a lot of experience.
You have to know when you need to delegate, when you need to divert.
So like Joey and Daniel's Escape the Night,
Like, people without a marketing team will hire a marketing company to do it for them.
It was super professional. Like we did our wardrobe fittings at Universal Studios, like on the lot. We got to drive on the back lot and go in there, like wardrobe casting house, you know.
It's not like Mr. Beast has excuses, like, no money. He has all the money in the world.
Jimmy's was like filming a YouTube video with a friend. I think the thing that was only impressive was that it was at SoFi Stadium, and they put like on the reader boards the Beast logo everywhere, and that was like cool to see because of the location. But in terms of production, it was not as professional. And
Yeah, you should be able to see the difference between self-made content and produced content. You should be able to tell the difference.
Everyone's asking this question, and it's nothing bad about you're talking bad about Mr. Beast. I just don't particularly like the question because people have asked me about situations in the past, and I'm like, well, I don't really know what to say. The question was, like, what do you want to happen? Like, what do you want Mr. Beast to say or do?
What I would say in terms of what Mr. Beast needs to do is that he needs to respond. Like, he actually needs to respond, and he needs to respond well. Not being produced, not passed through his editors, not passed through his, like, production and all of that. It needs to be him in front of a camera talking about everything that has gone down. No stunts, no editing. It needs to be him and him alone talking about this. It cannot sound corporate or legal. It needs to be him speaking about this from an honest standpoint. If that does not happen, I will never watch a Mr. Beast video ever again. And I will never support Mr. Beast, period. End of story.
I don't like that question is, again, things have been worded very similar to me, and I'm like, I shouldn't have to be one to make a decision, you know what I mean? But just on the basis of literally the most asked question in terms of you currently right now, what do you think is the best outcome that Jimmy could do, the production team could do, Amazon could do, anyone? And again, it's a very iffy question because you shouldn't have to make a decision nor have to really comment on it. But
Like, out of all of the canceled, like, YouTubers, the only person that I still support is PewDiePie, because he actually apologized and took accountability, and he changed.
Pause filming the show and team up with a union production company that is top notch. I would team up with a union production company that is stellar, that is
Yeah.
amazing. I would also be open.
Like,
to
why wouldn't you do that?
Amazon executives
When you have all the money in the world, why the fuck wouldn't you hire people?
to do this. What I have been told is that he wanted full control of the show, so he could choose whoever he wanted to work with. Whereas other networks would say, "Yeah, we'll make you an offer to do the show, but we'd like to guide you. Like we'd like to suggest."
They give you a team that will actually do it.
Trusted, we like them, but he did not want that.
Of course he
If I
didn't.
was him, I would take advice of people who are experienced in the traditional space and partner with a reputable and an amazing, a phenomenal. He always talks about his company is the best in America, ever, best
That's the work for me.
best product
Nope.
ever made. I don't know why he wouldn't hire the best production company, and it's because I don't think it's
Not to work for.
well, I appreciate you answering that because, again, it's kind of an iffy question.
Yeah,
Like,
working with Mr. Beast sounds like hell.
it is constantly developing, and I would love to talk to you again about it. Sorry, I do have one last thing to say, and I feel like my muckers would absolutely kill me if I didn't bring this up and ask you.
okay, I'm ready.
On Escape the Night,
Yeah.
we're aware that you had great experience. We talked about it being very, Bree handled everything well. Gabby Hannah, need to talk as someone who was on the show. When she was posting that expose of Escape the Night, the only reason I'm asking this is because you were vocal at the time. So I feel
I'm lost in this lore.
From someone who's on the show, who had a great experience, I guess my question is, when she was doing that series, which I just recently rewatched on my channel, and after went through your statements and stuff, what was it like having a fellow creator who was a part of something kind of drag y'all down and like fuck all y'all, and ultimately we all know in the end.
I think this is where we're actually going to end it. If you guys want to hear about Escape of the Night, check out Adam McIntyre's video. But I think we got the gist of everything that we need to know in terms of Mr. Beast. So this was a long video, and this is only the beginning because I definitely want to delve into the Mr. Beast rabbit hole and everything in between. But here's what I will say. There is no excuse when you have millions of dollars, probably maybe even $1 billion, to not use that to hire and have like experts and everything. If I had $1 million, if I had millions of dollars, I would do so much with that. I feel like there's a lot of rich people that just waste their money, and I'm not saying that Mr. Beast is wasting his money, but he's not using it to the full capacity of what he could do. Like, he has no excuse. Most people would say, hey, I can't afford this team, I can't afford working with these people, it's just not within the budget. Mr. Beast does not have that excuse. He has all the money in the world. Just because he says that he has never made a dime in his money, that he's actually losing money or whatever, that's not true. That's not true. Not true at all. he has money. You know, he has money. He definitely has money. Like, it's not that he's broke. He was not broke at all. He definitely profits money. He does not give it all away to everybody. He has money. So, why wouldn't he use that to actually be useful? I don't know. I really don't understand. Like, give me the $1 million. I would gladly take it and use it for good. Like, seriously? Oh my gosh. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it's long, but I really, really, really want to delve down these like rabbit holes and really react to and understand all these situations that is happening and kind of speak to them and kind of give my own thoughts on it. And we are definitely going to be delving down the Mr. Beast rabbit hole. This is only the beginning. This is only Adam Mcintyre. We are going to watch the dog pack videos, but we're going to watch other videos as well in terms of like other information that is coming out on Mr. Beast. And not just Mr. Beast, but in general, we're going to cover a lot of different people that are facing the Roman Empire. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this. Make sure to show some love to Adam Mcintyre. His channel will be tagged down in the bottom, so you'll be able to find it and watch the full interview, especially if you want to watch the Escape the Night parts. And there's even more coverage on his channel in general on a bunch of different topics, so definitely go check that out. And I'll see you next time. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!